Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am sharing with you guys a 12 by 12 layout with just a tiny bit of mixed media added in. And this will be a boy layout, and I will be using the Cocoa Vanilla Boys Rule Kit. But you can most definitely use this basic design with any other colors or other collections. Now I store all of my kits in those huge Ziploc baggies, and when I'm done using it, I will just go ahead and return it back to that baggie and put it away until I'm ready to use it again. Now, if you would like to see how I organize my collections and my kits, my paper pads and other supplies, go ahead and check out the description box. I'll go ahead and link my organization playlist down below. So I did purchase this kit from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, and I purchased this, I believe, early last year, and I'm now finally getting around to using it. I actually have quite a few kits that I need to use up from different kit clubs, and maybe just more than just a few. I have quite a lot. So I have kits dating back to 2017. So one of my goals this year is to use a lot more from my stash instead of adding to it. So right now I'm showing you guys a sketch that I'll be using today, and this was shared in a Facebook group as a challenge. And it is a little bit different from other sketches that I have used before, but I had a lot of fun putting this layout together, and I'm really happy with how it all turned out. So right now I'm just going through all my pattern papers to find ones that will go well with this photo. And as you can see, it's really difficult because a lot of the pattern papers from this collection goes really nicely with that photo. And I am using a 4x6 photo on my layout today. So I knew I wanted to use that pattern paper with all of those words. As you can see on the sketch, there are quite a few title elements on this layout. So I did put that aside to use, and I also decided to go ahead and use this wonky stripe paper, and the stripes are a bit of a black gray color. I'm also going to be using that navy blue background with the stars. And here I removed the Brandon strip along with about a ½ inch off the bottom. And I also remove a 1/4 inch off the side of that pattern paper. I am going to mat it on this pattern paper with the stars. So like I mentioned, this sketch that I'm using today is a lot different than ones that I've used before. It was a lot different from my normal scrapbook style, and that is a good thing. That way all of my layouts does not look all the same. So that's one of the benefits I enjoy about using a sketch. And this one turned out really nice in the end. I actually enjoy putting it together, and I love the end results. So go ahead, tell me down below, do you like using sketches, and how often do you use a sketch when you're creating your layouts? I actually do not use a lot of sketches. I would say maybe about 10% of my layouts use sketches, not a lot at all. And I probably should use them more, because another benefit of using a sketch is that they save a lot of time. So right now I'm just going to remove the part of this pattern paper that you will not be seeing, and that way I can save it to use later on. And then I will go ahead and mat my stripe paper on that border. And here I'm going to use that same pattern paper to back my photo. Next up, I will add a bit of mixed media to my background. I will add a bit of red using this Distress Oxide ink pad in the color Firebrick, and I will add links to items that I used today down in the description box. And next, I will also use the faded denim. Now I love using mixed media on my scrapbook layouts, and if you are already a subscriber, you probably noticed that I use it on maybe 75% of my layouts. Now if you are new, I want to welcome you today. I would love if you take a look around on my channels. I share scrapbook layouts, some using mixed media products and some without. And I also do art journal layouts and traveler's notebook layouts as well. So take a look around. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you join my Creative Life community here. And I also have a Facebook group that goes along with my YouTube channel, and I will have that linked down below. So next, I wanted to add a bit of green to my layout. Some of the words that I wanted to use on my background from that pattern paper with all of those word titles, there was some green ones that I wanted to use. So I wanted to have green elsewhere as well. So I took the branding strip with the excess that I cut off previously, and the back side of that stripe paper is actually green, and that's the part that you're seeing right now to the right. And the part on the top, that is actually the little decorative part on the branding strip. And I also cut off the title of the collection that says Boys Rule, and I will use that later on my layout. And now I'll go ahead and remove my photo from the mat, and I offset it just a bit because I wanted to go ahead and add quite a few layers to my mat on my photo. So I wanted to bring in a bit more green. I am adding very lightly some of this Distress ink pad, and the color that I'm using is Mauve Lawn. And next I'll begin adding some mats behind my photo. Now, one of the pattern paper had all of these 4x6 cards, so I used maybe just 2 of them. And there was one that was green and had a mixed media type look to it. And that's the one you're seeing towards the right. And then I also decided to use the one with the white stars. Now I will go ahead and cut off the piece that you won't be seeing, and I will add it for a bit of balance to the right side as well. And I will go ahead and do the same thing with the excess green in just a few moments. So if my layout today inspire you at all and you create a layout of your own, either using the sketch or using this collection or maybe similar colors, please go ahead and share it in the Creative Life Facebook group or share it with me on Instagram, and I will have both of those linked down below. I would definitely love to see what you create. So right now I decided to go ahead and mat my photo on a piece of white cardstock because I wanted it to stand out a bit from the background. And I also propped it up on some foam tape. And here I decided I am keeping those little borders, and I will go ahead and add them into my layout. So here I'll begin working on the title of my page as well as embellishing. And here I'm going to cut out just a few of these titles as well as some word phrases from another pattern paper. And I'll begin by working on the left side of my page. Now, I will show you guys the sketch once again. And you'll see on the left side there are a lot of title elements going down the page. But once I added them in, it just was not fitting like I wanted it to. So I decided to give it a break and move on to the right side instead. And here you'll see it's just a bit heavy. I think, well, I know that those 2 words that I really wanted in there, the hashtag boy rule, it just was too much. And I eventually figured that out, and it does not make it on the layout at all. So here I pulled out the sticker sheet that came with this collection, and I will go ahead and add just a few elements from that sticker sheet to the right side. Here I added Totally Awesome, and these are clear stickers. And this is the part of the sketch that I was more concerned about because this definitely isn't my style to spread out so many elements along one side of a page. but I tried my best to follow the sketch as much as possible. I did add a few pieces in extra, but for the most part, I did follow the sketch. So on the sketch, there are a few tags that has the word titles on them, and I did not add titles on them. It's on the right, and I added these little clear stickers. These look like paintbrush marks, and they are in different colors. And I will add those elements there to substitute for those tags that should have maybe word phrases and so on them. I also added a few in some other areas as well that was not on the sketch. And I will give you guys some close-up shots at the end of this video, so stay tuned and you will get to see everything a little better later on. Now there was a few plus signs on the layout, on the sketch actually, and I am adding them in right now. And I am adding in a little bit of stars as well. Now, if you look at the sketch, you'll notice there is a triangle to the right side of the layout. And instead of a triangle, I went ahead and added these arrows that I'm adding right now in place of that triangle. And for that circle element that was on that triangle, I will go ahead and add that button. And I also added in 2 cork arrows. So to balance off the page a bit, I decided I wanted to add a little bit more to the bottom and to the top of the elements on the right of this page. So I pulled off some more of the word phrases from this clear stickers, and I added "oh boy" to the top and "epic" to the bottom. So next I'll begin adhering my sequins, and these are from a sequin mix from Spiegelmom Scraps. I cannot remember the name of the mix at the moment, but I will go ahead and list it down below. Now, if I missed anything at all, please feel free to ask me in the comments. And here I wanted to add just a pop of black next to my photo. Since there was so much black going on all around the page, I wanted to add just a bit more around my photo as well. And I believe these washi strips are from Freckle Fawn. And next up, I will add a piece of green scrap behind that little word phrase at the bottom that says Boys Rule. And then I'll finish up my layout by adding some black splatters. And for my black splatters today, I am using black India ink. And of course, I want to protect my photos, so I will add that piece of plastic so that way there's no splatters on my photo. And here you can see my photo, my layout, sorry, and that sketch side by side. And here's a close-up. I will also have some still photos at the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this process today. If you did, please go ahead, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, like I mentioned before, take a look around. If you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, click on that bell so that way you'll be notified once I post new videos. If you have any scrappy friends you think might be interested and might like my videos and my channel, please go ahead and share with them as well. So thanks again for watching today, and until my next video, bye.